Hello. We're asked to make choices every day of our lives. Of course, the most important choice that we make is whether we're going to follow God, follow His footsteps, follow in His teachings, follow His word. And it would be really wonderful if once we've made that decision, all the other choices were very simple. But they're not always. We have to make choices every minute of every day. Some of the choices are conscious choices, such as, am I going to have cereal for breakfast this morning, or am I going to fry an egg? Maybe it's a choice about whether we want to go see a movie or whether we want to finish the project that we're going to do, how we're going to spend our time that day. Those are all conscious choices that we're very much aware of when we make them. But sometimes there are unconscious choices that we make. Like someone says something to us in anger. How do we respond? Do we think about the choice that we're making when we respond? Do we respond with kindness? Or do we respond with equal anger? There are a lot of things that we can do every day if we just think about the conscious choices that we need to be making for each one of them. I had an episode not that long ago where my husband and I went into a restaurant, and it was the variety of restaurant where you order your food and then you go to your table and the food is brought to you. There are signs all over the place as you enter that says, please do not sit down prior to ordering your food. But there was a family that came in after us that sat down before they went to order their food, and there weren't enough tables for everybody if you didn't follow the directions that you were given, because they had several people in line before them. Now, I know that family had no idea what I was thinking at the time, but I made a decision in my head, even though it wasn't verbalized, to be fussing because this person didn't follow the instructions that they were giving. Sometimes we can fool ourselves even into thinking that we didn't make a decision because we didn't do anything. But that's a conscious decision as well. We decided not to do anything at all. It would be very easy to be grateful about everything that we're given at all times if we made the conscious decision to be grateful and to see the good side of everything. There's so many things that happen to us in our lives that we have the opportunity to make that choice. How are you going to respond to whatever it is that's happening to you? Reminds me of a children's song that I love to teach my kids. It goes a little bit like this. Are you humbly grateful or grumbly hateful? What's your attitude? Do you grumble and groan, or let it be known you're grateful for all God's done for you? The Apostle Paul in Philippians 4 said this, and this is taken from the Message. I've learned by now to be quite content whatever my circumstances. I'm just as happy with little as with much as with little. I've found the recipe for being happy, whether full or hungry, hands full or hands empty. Whatever I have, wherever I am, I can make it through anything in the one who makes me who I am. And many of you may know that last verse more familiarly from the King James Version. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We're also told in the book of Matthew not to worry about anything. But it's hard when you're making those choices, because sometimes those choices have to be made right on the spur of the moment. But we can choose to be grateful. We can choose to see God in everything, whether it's good or bad. I'd like to challenge you to think about whether you're being humbly grateful or whether you're being grumbly hateful about everything that happens in your life. Please remember this. Do you grumble and groan, or let it be known you're grateful for all God's done for you?